Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. How to lower your utility bills. Your power bill is a slow leak, not a spike. If your electric bill feels unpredictable, you're not alone. But the problem isn't sudden surges. It's the slow, invisible drain across dozens of habits. In 2023, the average U.S. household paid around $137 monthly for electricity. Yet 20% of that came from waste, idle devices, inefficient heating, and outdated lighting. That's over $300 a year slipping away, not on use, but on inefficiency. This video is not about turning your life upside down. It's about plugging the leaks. Because once you see where it's going, you'll realize small adjustments don't make small differences, they scale. Look at the chart. 3 homes, same square footage, very different bills. This difference isn't location, it's how optimized they are. And the homeowner who ran an audit, they slashed their annual bill by $412, and it all started with one phone call. Myth: cold air is free, so my AC isn't the problem. It's easy to assume you only pay for the electricity you actively use. But HVACs are stealthy spenders. According to the Department of Energy, heating and cooling make up nearly 50% of your total bill, but it's not the usage, it's the mismanagement. Look at this line graph. One thermostat set consistently 7% higher when away from home yields a 10% cost drop annually. That's not theory, that's usage data pulled from real households. It gets better when combined with programmable settings. Your AC isn't the villain, but without smart adjustment, it bleeds money you don't notice until the bill lands. One family in Michigan went from $158 a month to $118 just by automating settings and closing leaky vents. It's not about sweating through summer, it's about not cooling an empty house. Hot water is a hidden energy hike. You might think heating your home is the energy beast, but your water heater quietly takes second place. In fact, for many households, it consumes more energy than lighting and refrigeration combined. On this graph, 3 temperature settings, 140 degrees, 130 degrees, and 120 degrees, show sharp cost curves. Dropping from 140 degrees to 120 degrees can save up to 22%. And the difference? Barely noticeable in daily use, especially with modern dishwashers and shower heads designed for that range. But here's the kicker. One household's bill dropped $96 a year just from that one change. Savings isn't always about using less, it's about using smarter. So yes, you can take hot showers, but heat the water only to the degree of your life demands. Old appliances don't just work, they work against you. The fridge still runs, the washer still spins, but old appliances are deceptive. They run at a cost you can't see. This chart compares Energy Star models against decade-old equivalents. The drop in kilowatt usage is staggering. One Energy Star refrigerator uses 40 to 60% less energy than a 15-year-old unit. That's a $250 annual difference. Same food, same ice, half the electricity. The lesson? Functionality hides inefficiency. Smart power strips and cold water laundry routines amplify that drop further. Energy isn't a flat rate, it's cumulative. One user tracked their usage over a year after upgrading just 3 appliances. Their bill dipped by 28%. Want to feel the change? Start where the consumption hides. Your older devices are the leakiest investments in the house. Passive power loss is stealing from you every hour. You turn it off, but it's still drawing power. Phantom load, devices that sip electricity even when they're turned off, accounts for up to 10% of household energy use. On this benchmark comparison, the average TV setup, game console, and home office can draw nearly $150 a year in passive loss. That's money spent on power you don't even use. The solution isn't inconvenience, it's automation. Smart strips cut off current to idle plugs with zero friction. One user replaced 4 standard strips with smart ones. Power bills dropped by $11 to $14 a month immediately. Watch the power line flatline after installation. It's visible proof. This isn't gadgetry, it's guardrails. Your wallet isn't bleeding from big purchases, it's being pinched by dozens of invisible ones. Efficiency isn't an outlier, it's the trend. This isn't about going off grid, it's about aligning with where homes are already heading. Look at this historical line. From 2010 to 2023, average energy use per U.S. household dropped 17%, but not because people used less, it's because homes got smarter. LED adoption, better insulation, programmable thermostats. They're mainstream now. This cohort analysis shows homes that made 3+ upgrades, not full overhauls, saved up to $430 a year. And guess what? Utility companies are tracking the shift. They're even offering rebates and incentives to accelerate it. Efficiency isn't radical anymore. It's the new baseline. And ignoring that trajectory, that's what costs you the most. You don't need to lead the curve. You just can't afford to stay behind it. The simple efficiency stack. You don't need a full renovation, just a 3-layered strategy. First, optimize usage. Set thermostats, reduce hot water temps, use cold for laundry. Second, control idle waste. Install smart strips. Unplug chargers. Set devices to eco mode. Third, upgrade what matters. Prioritize lighting, insulation, and top energy appliances. Here's the matrix. Each move has an average return on investment charted. Combine top 2 from each layer, and the savings compounds fast, up to $700 annually for many homes. The best part? These changes scale with your budget. Start free, build from there. You're not solving energy poverty here. You're reclaiming money you're already earning and letting it do more than just keep the lights on. Energy waste isn't loud. It doesn't beep, but it stacks up month after month. The smartest homes didn't get that way overnight. They just stopped agreeing to be overcharged for comfort. This isn't about sacrifice, it's about intention. What you do next changes how your home behaves and how your money works. So here's the line to remember. Your electric bill isn't fixed, it's negotiated by every decision you make. Ready to renegotiate? Let's start. If you have any helpful tips on how to reduce your utility bills, comment. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Thanks for watching. Hope that helps. See you soon.